So today is Friday the 20th of March. We've had a really good trade on MNQ with the XbratAI app, and I wanted to go through a little nuance that happened today to help our users to understand what's going off. So we had the standard notifications first. We had MNQ, keep your phone close. So there's 4 out of 5 lights red. And then a little later on, we had that MNQ, all systems red. So that's normal behavior for the app, and we're in the trade. Then we get those stop price adjust to lock in profit. As you can see there, every 5 minutes it was locking in more and more profit until we had a system closing MNQ trade losing momentum. This is the push notification where the system's using technology to understand that the trade is losing momentum. It's a good time to take that profit. And then you can see a minute later it actually closed it down. Again, push notifications to let all of our users know. So let's look at this on a chart to visually represent it. Remember, the app isn't about charts, it's about the lights, sending you push notifications to get in the trade, where the stop loss is, adjusting the stop to lock in profit, and telling you to get out if, in this case, you need to. So it looks a little bit complicated, but I just wanted to show you something that the system's looking at, and it's all ones and zeros on the system, but this is just to represent it visually. All of these vertical lines are basically as those lights are lighting up, and this very last light here is where we get in at this black line here. So this is where that all systems red went in, and again, we follow these lines down and we're updating that stop to lock in profit. One of the things I really want to take you into consideration at the moment on this bottom right hand chart, this is our anchor strategy. We have the system understands on a higher time frame, and this is looks at the 60-minute time frame where that major support is higher and where there could be an issue. So when price enters that, we switch to a different type of technology to understand what the behavior is in that zone, and this is there. So lots of different dots above candles and things just to represent different types of volume, and there's not just the traditional candles in there, there's different colors. So we've got red and cyan, which are both down candles, but a red candle has more volume, and then we've got green and grey, which are up candles, but again, green has more volume. It's again, on the system, it's all ones and zeros, but we can see when we come in this trade on that final light, remember we went through here, nice big red candle, little dot up above means it's higher than average volume, so momentum's pulling. Then we go sideways for a little while, then we get some more momentum coming down. We're locking in profit at this time. Then we get another big solid red candle, lots more volume coming in, lots of sellers. We're starting to enter that zone now that we talked about, and we get a cyan candle. So that means there's less volume. It's a down candle, but the system recognizes it's less volume than the previous candle. So it could be slowing down. The very next candle is extremely important here. So this is a green candle. So it's got more volume than that previous candle. So there's more action, if you like, but it rejects the lows considerably by about 80% with increased volume. Okay, it does that within that zone. It's like a logic circuit, if you like. Price is entering that zone. Let's switch this logic circuit on now. What is that behavior like? A massive rejection of those lows within that zone gives you an idea that actually the price is potentially going to turn around, and that's what it did. So we can see the low of this candle here. That's as far as the price went down. And we can see the closes here. The actual black line is where the system sent that to close that trade, where that system closing MNQ losing momentum. That's where that push notification comes in there to actually say to people, look, we're not going to trail this anymore. We're not going to lock in profit. We're actually going to take profit here. And we can see eventually that's what happened with that price action. So the system saw this behavior and sent a different type of push notification to take us out. So data collection and representation is very important to me personally. XbratAI is open and transparent. So whether we've got a 67% win rate or an 85 or 100% win rate, everything is updated live. And this is what it looks like on our back end to basically feed your data. One of the big things here is entry price and exit price, and obviously it says profitable, yes. But this is 728 tick trade, this one. This is in our top 5 for the year so far. And this then feeds that drop down menu on your app, basically updating there. So we still got a 100% win rate. We've had 7 trades this year so far, from January the 1st to the 20th of March. Again, it's about quality, not quantity. The average time in trade is 4 hours 15 minutes. So that's what you get as that drop down, and it's live. As soon as a trade closes, winner or losers, those drop down, that data updates automatically. On a weekly basis, this has just been updated today because we put this out every Friday. This is the futures overview. I won't go through the crypto and Forex now. But one of the biggest things here is we look at the data and we accumulate that data from when we launched, from the beginning of 2026. And we can see that 728 tick trade for MNQ is in the top 5. It's the third highest trade this year. We can also see on asset performance for futures, MNQ is a top performing asset with 3,210 ticks profits so far this year. One of the most important bits of data that we look at is the session statistics. Currently, we can see that 52 trades start that journey, those lights lighting up in the European time zone, if you like. Now, we can't tell the markets when to start these moves. All we can do is allow the AI to find those confluence combinations, and then it trains the algorithm, and then the algorithm spots those and it starts. The trend right now is it's not the majority. So out of all of those 105 trades, about 50% start in that European morning. So if you're in the US and you're saying, I can't get those trades, I'm in bed. Well, the markets are the markets. This is the time when you should be awake making those trades. And the same within Asia. This trend will change over time. Those confluence combinations and those catalysts that start that move will change over time. We just collect that data. So I just wanted to show you this different type of push notification where it runs out of momentum, and try to explain a little bit about the technology, and then just confirm how we collect that data and show it you live. And then every week we put that performance report in. So down below this video will be a link to that performance page, so you can bookmark it and go and have a look every week. And also, obviously, XbratAI.com is where, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to the app, is you can subscribe to the app, whether it's futures, Forex or crypto, or all of them.